Hey, I'm Wes Ferguson, executive producer of The Unforgotten. Every season of The Unforgotten is a deep dive into an unresolved case, like a murder or a lot of murders, or some miscarriage of justice. These are stories that matter to us, and with your support, we shine a light on them. Here's a quick sneak peek at Season 1, The Labor Day Ghost, just in case you missed it. This is the story of a young mom named Shelley Salter Watkins, her mysterious death in Corsicana, Texas, and why the quest to deliver justice for Shelley has gone so horribly wrong for so long.
She does not go away. She haunts all of the people involved. They regard it as a cold case, but in fact, it's still hot.
They do intimidate me for sure. Don't ruffle too many feathers. You need to be careful there. But also, 30 years later, I'm getting freaking tired now of, oh no, we're still hoping and praying that we get some sort of closure. Don't we want to find out who killed Shelley?
This is The Unforgotten. Listen wherever you get your podcasts. Hey, I'm Wes Ferguson, executive producer of The Unforgotten. Every season of The Unforgotten is a deep dive into an unresolved case, like a murder or a lot of murders, or some miscarriage of justice. These are stories that matter to us, and with your support, we shine a light on them. Here's a sneak peek at Season 2, Unnatural Causes, just in case you missed it.
Think about a loved one you've lost. Maybe a grandmother, or your father, or a beloved aunt. You believe the end was peaceful and painless. You've planned the funeral, made sure the estate was settled. You've moved belongings into storage, or sold them, or said final goodbyes on the curb. Now, imagine you get a call as much as 2 years later. Police want you to come to the station. They say what you were told about the death was wrong. They want to add your loved one's name to a list of murder victims. That's the terrible reality that at least 24 families are facing today. My name is Charlie Scudder. I'm a journalist who's been covering this case for 5 years. Together, we'll do what the police, medical examiners, senior living facilities, and more either failed or refused to do. String together evidence that points to systemic flaws in how we care for our older loved ones. You'll hear about a man who used the cracks in that system to become the worst serial killer in Dallas history. This is Unnatural Causes, Season 2 of The Unforgotten. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
I've always heard that when somebody dies a horrible death, their body is stuck there where they're at. Do you believe that?
No, I'd never heard that before.
You've never heard that?
Mm-mm. Not long ago, I got a call from a woman named Kimberly Spruill.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
No, I had bad phone service, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I hear you fine. I'd never met Kimberly before, and I was surprised she even had my phone number. It turns out she got it from the sheriff's office in Hood County, Texas. They told her I was asking questions about her son, Christopher Whiteley. I'd always wanted to know what happened to Christopher. I mean, what really happened. Because the official story never made any sense to me.
Now to a death investigation in Texas where authorities are at odds over whether a 28-year-old man died in an attack.
Local sheriff's deputies say they found Christopher Whiteley's body in a wooded area of Hood County, about 50 miles southwest of Fort Worth.
The highly unusual death has a lot of people understandably worried.
Christopher's killing just 5 years ago made news around the world. It exposed all these conflicts, triggered wild conspiracy theories, and made people afraid to let their kids play outside. For a while, it was the biggest true crime mystery in Texas. But then all the controversy and hysteria just kind of stopped.
That's pretty quick. He just died.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no more said, no more calls. Everybody just dropped it. I just thought everybody didn't care.
It was just so unresolved.
It's not solved. I don't know that we can find out the truth, but it would be nice to know what happened. I would like for somebody to come to justice. It's not going to bring him back, but it might heal the wound.
Who or what killed Christopher Allen Whiteley? Why was the case closed and his killer never found? From Free Range Productions with the Dallas Morning News, this is Season 4 of The Unforgotten, Kill Site. I'm your host, Wes Ferguson, and this is Episode 1, Just do it. Back in 2020, on the day after Thanksgiving, Kimberly Spruill got a horrible feeling about her son, Christopher.
See, this is going to sound crazy to you, but I can predict when things are going to happen. It's like a week before Christopher died, I predicted it. Okay, on November 27th, my chest started hurting really bad. I got anxiety really bad.
Kimberly was with her boyfriend, Patrick.
And I told Patrick, I said, Christopher's fixing to die. He's like, what? I said, I got to go to the emergency room. So it's fixing to happen to Christopher bad.
Christopher was 28 years old, 5'8" and slender, with thick glasses and dark brown hair. He grew up in Dublin, Texas, a small town about an hour and a half southwest of Fort Worth. Christopher's loved ones say he had a lot of problems. He also had a goofy side.
You know, I remember Kimberly talking about his sense of humor and how funny he was.
This is my friend Charlie Scudder.
And she used some examples that wasn't my kind of humor necessarily, but, you know, they brought her so much joy, and these kinds of family in jokes and teasing each other and making inappropriate comments to each other and that kind of thing. I could see that being a really joyful person.
Charlie was a reporter for the Dallas Morning News when Christopher was killed. He spent weeks, if not months, digging into the case. To this day, Charlie knows almost too much about Christopher Whiteley.
He did have a few tattoos, one kind of vulgar one near his crotch.
What was that?
It was a Nike swish that said, "Just do it." I think. Let me double check that.
Okay.
I think that's what it was. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Yes. Yep. Just above the pubic area is a Nike symbol and the words "Just do it."
I mean, that's just funny.
I know. It's like, come on, man.
Did you come across his YouTube page?
I did not know.
So yeah, it's from a long time. It's from 2011 or so.
Okay.
So this would have been probably like late teens, I think maybe before he became a dad.
Yeah.
There's just a few, but they're really funny. There's one called Ghetto Jackass.
The following video features stunts performed either by dumbasses or on the supervision of dumbasses.
And it's like him. You could tell which one is him. It's really obvious because he's kind of small. He's got this like thin mustache and thick glasses. And they're in a junkyard or something. And his buddy crawls up on top of this shed and gets inside a barrel.
This is Ghetto Jackass.
And then Chris is like holding up the barrel with some boards. And then he pulls the boards away.
Are you ready? Huh? Hey!
Barrel rolls down the shed and like just smacks on the ground. Dude lands like head first and comes just like spilling out of this barrel. Like,
shit.
His head all jacked up. And it's one of those, don't do this at home. But they're just cracking up like a couple of dumb kids having the time of their life. So, yeah.
Ghetto Jackass.
Yeah.
That sounds like someone who gets a "Just Do It" tattoo above their crotch.
Yeah.
I mean that with love, right?
Oh, sure. I mean, I think we all had friends that would, you're 18 and you gotta get Just Do It tattoos.
Hey,
But, he had stuff about his like how to feed his baby iguana. But then he also has, it's called My Life, and it's a video montage set to the Titanic theme.
Like My Heart Will Go On?
Yeah.
Celine Dion? Oh my gosh.
He had a couple videos of Tyler. Tyler is a name you'll want to remember. Her full name is Samantha Tyler Arlene Messina. She was Christopher's teenage sweetheart, his on and off girlfriend, and the mother of his 2 children. In Christopher's videos, Tyler has big blue eyes and long wet hair all wrapped up in a towel fresh from the shower. He's like just kind of teasing her and she flips off the camera and it's like, what are you doing?
This is my girl, part 2. Being a weirdo.
A weirdo?
A weirdo. She's probably looking at nude guys right now.
Oh, you're right, baby. All the news.
You better stop.
My husband has saggy nuts. They look like an old man. We call him Freebush.
Oh, she's talking about me, motherfucker.
Just kind of usual young couple kind of stuff.
Yeah. I hadn't seen those. That makes me smile.
Yeah, but it also shows his creativity, and it shows why,
Yeah.
the people who loved him would have loved him.
Yeah. And that's the thing that is so frustrating, because it's like, that's a person, right? That is a fully formed person. Again, warts and all. There's a little dirt. It's reality. But that is not somebody who should just be ignored
Right.
after death. Right? I'm shaking my head over here.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
The videos show mostly good times, but there were some awful times too. In 2016, Christopher admitted to cutting Tyler's wrist with an X-Acto knife.
Yeah. So he was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. He pled guilty and was sentenced to 5 years in prison. In prison, Christopher's family says he got clean and he was doing well and he was looking good. He looked healthy for the first time in a long time. I've seen some pictures of him during this time. He's, looks rounder and fuller. He gets out in 2020.
And then what?
He was looking for a job. He was trying to make an honest living for those first few months.
And was supposedly working in the oil field?
Right. Yeah. And going out to West Texas to work in that oil field where, again, according to his family, he was staying clean and doing well.
And while he was in prison, Tyler got married to another guy, right?
Right. Yes. Yeah.
But then not long after Christopher's out of prison, they reunite.
Yes. We don't know the circumstances of how they got together or when they got together, but we know that he was seeing her. And I think I remember Kimberly talking about them trying to get the kids back. So maybe that's how they got back into contact, was to talk about the custody issues.
Oh, yeah.
They ended up getting back into contact.
They move into a trailer on Tyler's uncle's property.
Yes. He starts spending more and more time out that trailer.
And that's where they start using drugs again.
Yep.
Christopher had been out of prison for less than 6 months when Thanksgiving rolled around in 2020, and Kimberly got that horrible feeling about her son, that Christopher was about to die. Kimberly had just spoken to Christopher a couple days earlier, and she talked to him about Tyler. Apparently things were not going well for the couple.
And I went and sat in the car with him. And he said, Mama, I would die for her. I said, Christopher, you really mean that? And he said, yes, Mama, I do. I would die for her. I went and told the doctor, I said, my son is fixing to die. And he gave me anxiety pills and sent me home.
You don't have to let big wireless and your overpriced phone bill suck the joy out of the holidays this year. Because right now, all of Mint Mobile's unlimited plans are 50% off. You can get 3, 6, or 12 months of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month. It's their best deal of the year and makes it real easy for you to give your expensive wireless bill the Scrooge treatment. I recently switched to Mint Mobile and it's all going great. I have great sound quality, great reception, no complaints. Turn your expensive wireless present into a huge wireless savings future by switching to Mint. Shop Mint Unlimited plans at mintmobile.com/unforgotten. That's mintmobile.com/unforgotten. Limited time offer, upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 35 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. Capable device required. Availability, speed, and coverage varies. See mintmobile.com. When it comes to holiday gift giving, I want to give things people really love. Beautiful, timeless pieces they'll wear for years. That's why I'm going with Quince. From Mongolian cashmere sweaters to Italian wool coats, Everything is premium quality at a price that actually makes sense. Quince has something for everyone. Soft Mongolian cashmere sweaters for $50 that look and feel like designer pieces, silk tops and skirts for dressing up, perfectly cut denim for everyday wear, and outerwear that actually keeps you warm. We just had our first little cold front in Texas, so I broke out my Quince sweater, and it's so soft, I can't get enough of it. And I know it's about to get a lot more use with the holidays right around the corner. Find gifts so good you'll want to keep them with Quince. Go to quince.com/unforgotten for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/unforgotten to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/unforgotten. Christopher Whiteley, before he died, was staying with his longtime on-and-off girlfriend, Tyler Messina, at her great-uncle's place. It was right outside the Texas town of Lipan.
That's pronounced Lipan, right? Yes, kind of a Lipan.
Lipan is tiny, about 500 people.
Lipan isn't even a one-stoplight town. It's a highway, it's a gas station, and a library, and a post office, and that's about it.
The town's about 40 miles up the road from Dublin, the little town where Christopher grew up. It's in a part of Texas called the Western Cross Timbers, where right in the middle of the prairie, there's randomly all these trees and hills. Just 1 week after Christopher told Kimberly he was willing to die for Tyler, the couple stayed up late partying. Tuesday night spilled into Wednesday morning.
So they've been up drinking all night. They've been having a party till 3:30 in the morning. Christopher did try to call me that morning. Okay, I missed the call because I turned the phone off.
Kimberly missed his call, but Christopher got a hold of his dad, Robert, at 7:41 a.m. Christopher said he was having some kind of emergency.
It's an emergency. He needs to arrive from there because supposedly people in that house or somebody's out there leaving, and he needs a ride.
You're hearing Robert in a recording made by the local sheriff's office.
He was talking to me. There was 2 or 3 people in the background. One point he said,
"Hang on a minute," he said. "I gotta walk away." But Christopher didn't give any names. He didn't say who he had to walk away from.
so he had to walk away from him. So he talked to me, and he talked to me for a while, and all of a sudden his phone hung up. And I went ahead and started getting stressed, all this, that. He called me back again and talked to me a little bit more. And I said, I'd be on my way. I told him, I told you never to go out there. His phone went off again. Like he hung up or someone made him hang his phone up.
I know that was hard to follow. Robert said he could hear 2 or 3 people in the background. He told Christopher that he told him to never go over there to Tyler's place, and the phone call ended abruptly.
Robert wasn't sure if Christopher hung up or if someone made him hang up. Whatever was going on, Robert hit the road for Lipan.
It took me an hour. I got there and I called his phone.
Somebody answered the call, but no one said anything. Robert stayed on the line for about 2 minutes. Nothing.
And then I just hung up because nobody would answer it. I parked on the side of the road over and called him, said him I was there, messaged him, told him I was there. And he never would answer the phone. I called the phone 21 times sitting there. 10, 15, 20 minutes I was there. I never could get him to answer his phone after I called him.
So something's obviously going on. Christopher's having an emergency. Robert drives all the way over to Lipan. He calls his son a bunch, waits there for a while, but when Christopher never shows, he eventually leaves and drives back to Dublin. Kimberly woke up later in the day and also tried to call Christopher, but he didn't answer her. No one could get a hold of him, not his parents, not his friends. Kimberly was also trying to get in touch with Tyler. Finally, Tyler responded to a direct message on Facebook.
I said, did you find Christopher? She said, we're napping.
I've seen a screenshot of this exchange. First, Tyler says Chris is asleep. "Is he with you?" Kimberly asks. And Tyler responds, "Yeah, we're napping." The screenshot isn't timestamped, so I can't be exactly sure when Tyler and Kimberly were sending these messages.
But it's weird for Tyler to say she and Christopher were napping when, in truth, she hadn't seen him all day. Whatever was going on, it wasn't until the following afternoon, more than 30 hours since Christopher was last seen, that anybody bothered to call the law.
Hood County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
Christopher had this friend named Polly Huggins. Polly is the one who finally dialed 911. She wasn't reporting an emergency, not exactly. Polly just wasn't sure what else to do.
I don't know how to do this because I've never had to, but I had a friend call saying that her boyfriend/ex-boyfriend came up missing, which is one of my really good friends, and she's claiming that he up and just left in the middle of the night or something like that, and I've tried to get her to go walking looking for him, and she's like, oh, well, giving me all kinds of stories.
Polly wanted someone from the sheriff's office to go check on her friend.
It sounds pretty sketchy, like, to me and his entire family. I just want to know if he's okay.
Okay, what's his name?
Christopher Allen Whiteley.
Is there a history of violence or drug or alcohol use?
Well, actually, I'm going to tell you the truth. She's on probation. He just got out of prison for trying to kill her at one time.
According to Polly, Tyler's kinfolk were threatening Christopher and telling him to stay away. Christopher had done pretty much the opposite of that.
And I heard her uncle talk to him the way her family talks to him on the phone. Like, if y'all ever get back together, we promise we'll do something to you. Like I said, he hasn't been out of prison long. We tried to keep him around us and keep her away, but he swears up and down they're in love, blah, blah, blah. And we told him it's a bad deal to fall back into.
It was also hard to understand who was over at the house that night.
She kept saying it was like two people, and she's like, I never heard them get out of bed, and he was like, who's them? I was like, why hadn't you called the cops? Like, he could be anywhere. So that's why I called y'all, because she's not showing any effort in my eyes.
If you didn't follow that, Polly said Tyler also told her there were two people with him that night, and she never heard them get out of bed. Polly wanted Tyler to call the cops, but she wouldn't do it. In Polly's eyes, Tyler wasn't making any effort to find Christopher.
Shortly after Polly's 911 call, 2 deputies from the Hood County Sheriff's Office arrive at the property. It's tucked behind some trees on Howell Road, this narrow road that winds through the country about a mile outside of Lipan. On their body cam videos, Deputy Daniel Martin and Deputy Tyler Looper are seen knocking on the door.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
An older man comes to the door. His name is Kenneth Impey, and he's technically Tyler's great uncle, but he often refers to Tyler as his granddaughter. He owns the property where Tyler and Christopher had been staying, and he lives there too. He's mostly bald on top with scraggly long gray hair on the sides and a long gray beard.
Oh. What's up?
Is Christopher here?
No, sir, he isn't.
Is his girlfriend?
My granddaughter. Yeah.
Can we speak with her?
Huh?
We're here to check on Christopher.
He was here, and then yesterday morning, when I got up, my front door was open, he was gone. We have no idea where he's at.
Tyler comes out of another room, pulling on a hoodie.
We're looking for Chris.
When Tyler hears Christopher's name, she kind of flinches or shrugs and goes bug-eyed for a second. I don't really know how to interpret her reaction.
Yeah, I've been looking for him too. He left yesterday morning. Didn't even wake me up or anything.
Why would he leave?
To go to work.
Christopher technically had a job, but he hadn't been showing up. His friends had called his work, but he wasn't there.
So he left for work and never came back, and you didn't think that was weird?
I did think it was weird. That's when I started calling his friends and his parents. I was like, did y'all come pick him up? Because he didn't tell me bye.
So between 4 and 7, he left.
I was passed out on the bed. I remember hearing him faintly talk on the phone to somebody about coming to get him, but I didn't think it was going to be right then and there. And next thing I know, I wake up, it's already 8, and he's not there.
Were y'all fighting?
Oh, no. We're just cleaning and drinking.
Deputy Daniel Martin asks to see Tyler's phone, and he scrolls through all of her texts with Christopher. The messages are hard to read on the body cam video, but there are a lot, all of them from Tyler.
Is there any reason that you would feel like he's in danger?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know.
So it's not abnormal for him to just kind of take up and
This is very weird. Like I was trying to say earlier, he calls me like every 5 or 10 minutes. I haven't had a phone call in 2 days.
Does he have any enemies? Anybody that's been calling, harassing y'all, anything like that?
Nobody's harassed us, but he always has had enemies. I mean, everywhere. But this doesn't make sense, you know?
That's kind of interesting. Tyler says Christopher has enemies everywhere. The deputy again asks Tyler if she and Christopher had been fighting.
We argue off and on like a normal couple, so I figured whenever he had went to go to work, he was just not going to text me like I usually don't text him whenever I'm mad at him. So,
Was he mad at you about something?
No, and that's the thing. We didn't even go to sleep mad or anything. We weren't even fighting, and that's when I started to realize. I was like, we weren't even fighting. So what is really going on?
Deputy Martin looks at Tyler's text messages with Christopher's dad, Robert.
Is his dad Robert?
Yes.
Why does he think somebody dumped him in a ditch?
I know, that's what I said. I was like, wow. He told me that on the phone. I was like, how can you just talk about your kids so...
Using Tyler's phone, Deputy Martin steps outside to call Christopher's dad.
Hello? What did you say?
Robert?
Yeah?
This is Deputy Martin with the Hood County Sheriff's Office.
Yes, sir.
As I've gotten into my 40s, I've spent a lot of time in care on my skin. And the last thing I want to do these days is to cover it up with heavy makeup. So the nice thing about Jones Road Beauty is that it really does feel like skincare, and it really enhances my face rather than mask it. It feels like me, just a little elevated. I am a rather pale individual, and so I think that having a miracle balm on my cheeks brings a little life into my skin. The products look and they feel natural, like you're not wearing makeup at all. They kind of create that effortless, natural, no makeup look. This holiday season, simplify your routine with makeup that's clean, strategic, and multifunctional. And don't miss out on their limited edition holiday sets. They won't be here for long, and once they're gone, they're gone. Also, as a treat to our listeners, you'll get a free cool gloss on your first purchase when you use code UNFORGOTTEN at checkout. Just head to jonesroadbeauty.com and use code UNFORGOTTEN at checkout. After you purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them. Please support the show and tell them the Unforgotten sent you.
Telehealth has made mental health care more convenient and accessible for millions of people, but critical challenges like finding the right therapist, scheduling appointments, and the expense of out-of-pocket cost still keep many people from getting the care they need. Rula is on a mission to make high-quality mental health care from a licensed professional easy and affordable for everybody. They take most major insurance plans, and the average copay is only $15 a session. Go to rula.com/unforgotten to get started today. Rula is committed to supporting you and staying with you every step of the way on your mental health journey, from finding the right therapist to helping you schedule appointments and monitoring your progress. Rula is there to help. Thousands have already trusted Rula to support them on their journey toward improved mental health and overall well-being. Head on over to rula.com/unforgotten to get started today. After you sign up and they ask where you heard about them, please support the Unforgotten and tell them that our show sent you. Go to rula.com/unforgotten and take the first step towards better mental health today. You deserve quality care from someone who cares. Christopher's dad, Robert, answers the call from Tyler's phone. It's the sheriff's deputy.
We were out here, we were called to check on your son, Chris, because nobody's heard from him.
That's right. I guess. I've got people texting me and all this looking for him. I don't know where he's at.
Is this weird that he would have took off and he's not answering his phone or texting or anybody?
It takes a while for Robert to answer.
Well, kind of.
Robert goes on to tell the deputy about the weird phone calls he had with Christopher the previous morning, how Christopher said he was dealing with an emergency and needed his dad to come get him.
Did he say what the emergency was?
No. Well, the only thing he told me, people out there, or somebody was out there fixing to leave, and they were going somewhere, and he couldn't stay there, so he had to leave, and he had to ride.
Do you think he could be in danger?
Possibly, yes.
The deputy calls the Hood County Jail to see if Chris has been arrested, but he's not in jail. He's not at the local hospital either. Back inside the house, Tyler is pressed on who was actually at the house that night that Chris disappeared.
Who else was out here? When he called his dad said he could hear people in the background, and he said, I need a ride. People out here are leaving.
Tyler raises another possibility. She tells the deputies that Christopher had been complaining of chest pain. She also said his blood pressure was low, but her great-uncle Kenneth contradicts her.
It was 146 over 76.
146 over 76. That's not terrible.
He asks Uncle Kenneth one of the same questions he just asked Tyler.
Is anybody else here with y'all?
No.
Okay.
Just us. Like he said there, he just walked out.
We're going to ping his cell phone. If it's in the area, we're going to obviously look for him. Right now, we don't know if he's on it, if he went to walk to meet his dad and passed out in a ditch. We don't know.
Deputy Martin radios his dispatcher. Within 10 minutes, they get a ping on Christopher's phone. It's showing that his phone is just 0.3 of a mile southwest of the trailer home. Deputy Martin and Deputy Looper make their way through the woods to that ping location. The ping was supposed to be accurate to within 4 meters, or about 13 feet, but it's getting dark and cold and the deputies can't really see anything. They widen their search. Other first responders from the volunteer fire department and the sheriff's office begin to arrive, but they still can't really find anything. They're getting ready to leave the woods when one of the men finds this blue bag next to a tree. It's sitting in a pool of blood. He opens the bag and inside he finds paperwork with Christopher's name on it. Then he notices the small trail of blood. It's leading away from the bag, more little drops of blood every few feet going deeper into the woods. About 20 yards from the bag and that pool of blood, they find a bunch of brushes and sticks, and underneath, it's Christopher. He's curled up in the fetal position, lifeless. When they roll him over, that's when they see Christopher's neck, and they realize there's a killer on the loose. Next time on The Unforgotten.
Our top story tonight.
He could have been surprised. We don't really know.
It doesn't make sense at all.
Thank you for listening to The Unforgotten. To dig deeper into the story and see photos, case files, and more, check out our newsletter at unforgottenpod.com. The Unforgotten is a free-range production. Season 4, Kill Site, was produced here at Free Range in association with the Dallas Morning News. Editing by Aislinn Gaddis. Sound design and audio engineering from Austin Sisler with Eastside Studios. Charlie Scudder and I are executive producers. Special thanks to Morgan O'Hanlon. Don't forget unforgottenpod.com. See you soon.
Did you know we have a newsletter for The Unforgotten? It's totally free and you can sign up at unforgottenpod.com. We're also on Facebook and Instagram, and those are great ways to stay in touch. But the newsletter is cool because it's an email that we send straight to your inbox every time we have a new episode. You get to go behind the scenes with the series creators. We also share photos and case files when we have them. If you want, we also have a premium version of the newsletter. It's pretty cool because it lets you listen early and ad-free. So I hope you'll head on over to unforgottenpod.com and sign up for our newsletter today. Whether you sign up for the free version or the premium version, you're the reason that The Unforgotten is able to shine a light on these unsolved crimes and other cases of injustice that are so important to a lot of people. We just thank you for listening, and we thank you for your support. Again, that's unforgottenpod.com.